Hello party people! Hello! It's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today with project number 2. Says 11. Project number 2 from Bargain Bead Box Plumage. So this is for July 2023. Here's my little design. We have a multi-strand bracelet with a couple of different shapes of beads, and we're using those coin beads today, which are my favorites from the box. So I'm super excited. Oh yeah. So before we get going on this video, I just want to say hello if you are new here, and hello if you are not new here. Hello if you're a subscriber. Hello if you're thinking about becoming a subscriber or a member. I just wanted to welcome you all in. Here we do beading. This is all just fun and loveliness. So, I hope you're all having a fun and lovely time. Let's get on into this project and we'll get going on it. Hopefully it won't take us very long at all. Let's get down to the mat, get this part started. All right, party people, here we are down on the mat and we are going to get going on this 3-strand, multi-strand bracelet. We are going to be utilizing the toggle clasp, the feather toggle clasp. But this is kind of our design, so let's just go over it a little smidge so I can remember what I'm doing. Because as you may know, if you saw that plan video, it was a little bit, you know. So, looks like we have the green agate. Oh yes, I said I was going to space with I was going to space with seed beads of contrasting colors. There we go. So we have the 6mm, then we have the coin beads, then we have the star cut. So it looks like per our bead selection here, we have green and purple, which means we will need, oh yeah, and blue. So let's pull purple, green, and blue seed beads from our stash. I think let me just pull mine out. I'll just keep you guys on while I do this. And we may, I think I'm going to go 11s, but we'll see if I have all those colors. If not, we might have to move to a different size. Let's just take a little look, see about what we got here. This is part of the fun. Part of the fun. I get these out so I can really see the colors that are not in this bag. Okay. Ooh. Things are flying. This seems about appropriate. Hey, where's the bar for this toggle? Questions. Okay, well, we'll deal with that later. Alright, so we first need to space with purple for the green. So it looks like I have quite a few purples. Purple, blue, and green. There's no green, and these are kind of, these are hexagon shape? No. These are those, I can't remember what they're called right off the top of my head, but they're, it's not gonna work. Pink, ooh, how about, I mean, I love a neon. Got these at the Goodwill. I love a neon, but I just don't think that's the appropriate place for them. So this purple. I also have this purple, which is kind of interesting. Okay, purple, blue, and green. Well, of course I love this neon green, or this lime green, but that's probably not going to be the ticket today. These look pretty okay. And then blue. Okay, so I think I'm going to go this direction. All of these are, I might look for a darker blue. All of these are transparent, so that kind of seems to be the theme there. Let me see if I have a darker transparent blue. You would think I would, you know, I love blue. Or I think I love blue. I think that I love blue. Surprisingly, not that much blue in here. Okay. Alright. Well, that one will be just fine. Well, over here dropping stuff. All right, so we got our spacers. Let's get this ready to go. Oh, yep. Get these things all ready to rock here. Excuse me. Also, I should mention that Thunderhorse Descendant is a working studio, so if you hear some commotion going on, that is work happening. So don't mind that. These are a little more purple than blue, but I really just liked the English cut. Have some different shapes in my bracelet. Get all this wire off of here. Alright. And this was a little longer strand, so we probably are not going to use all of these. Whoa. Okay. What's going on with my throat? I have a little zip. A little afternoon coffee. Okay. So here we are. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to put my design over here. Sure enough, I was like, maybe this got swept up in the whatever. It did. Found it. Alright, so we've got blue. It's got some orange in there. We've got some purple. Oh. And we've got green. Alrighty. We are rocking and rolling now. Okay, so we have to decide how large we want our bracelet to be. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in the bracelet board since we're going to make 3 strands. The bracelet board still has stuff on it. Don't mind all that. Okay. So I'm just going to create, starting here, and I make 1, 2, 3. So this bracelet board is from Acclaimed Crafts, if you were wondering. I like to use it. I want to make this bracelet a size 7. So as you can see, I have that marked out here on my board. So I'm just going to lay everything out. So I am going to just go to, because I am going to space these, so I'm going to go to the 3 on each side, when in fact I actually want it to be 3.5, but I'm going to add spacers, so I got that. Let's do this one next. And I did not use that entire strand. This will just help us a little bit. Hey, where are you going? Stay here. We're going to have our toggle as well. So this is going to give us 7 inches of beading plus our toggle. So okay. I think we should go in a little bit since we have the toggle and the spacers. I'm going to go in and remove some of these guys just because I want it to be, because we're going to have all the spacers plus the toggle, so that should get us where we need to go. We'll see, I guess. These guys are a little hard to put in there because they are of a different shape, but I'm going to do my best here. Okay, so that's pretty good out of 10. Alright, so now that I have these laid out, I'm going to start with this one first. And for this one, what kind of beading string do I want to use here? I will use the Soft Flex medium. So I'm just going to take a little smidge here. And for right now, I'm not going to worry about starting or ending anything. I'm just going to get my string cut and then string them up, and we'll deal with the starting and the ending of everything after. Because I don't want to knock everything around on this board. Oh no, I just dropped my spool of wire and it unrolled. Go figure, right? Okay. Oh, it's way over there. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that over there and we'll deal with that later. Alright, so let's see, I need a bead stopper. And I'm just put that on there. And then we're going to start right here. So now I'm going to be spacing with, on the purple, I think I'm going to do green, or should I do blue? Maybe I'll do blue, just for funsies. So I'm gonna put these right here. This has a spur on it. My cutter, I still haven't changed it. Alright, then we'll just start stringing. Yeah, I did. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the end of the beaded portion. So I have what I believe to be all about the same size strand. Now they're going to give a little dependent on how well I can crimp them, and that's fine. And the other option would be is if you wanted, you could also bring them together and put them into one bead at the end, which, to be honest with you, is feeling kind of like maybe something I might want to do right now. Let's give her a whirl. See how she looks. Trying to get into this bag here. Let's see. Do we want to do a purple or a crystal? There's only one of the discs left, so that won't work. So you could either do a crystal or a stone. And let's try the stone. Try to take all three of the ends, make sure that you didn't lose anything. Let's just see. what we get here. So the only thing about this stone thing is that it is possible, because the small is it's little and it's not a cone, you know, it's possible that you could end up with a little string showing. And if you were concerned about that, what I might do is I might put on a few seed beads on the end. Now, this is also going to give us more length than we had originally bargained for. But I think that's going to be okay. So I think what I'll do here is I'm going to get the seed beads out, and I'm going to put a couple of seed beads on the end before I put the gathering bead. You know, there might be a few in here. Here's the colors. Green one. Okay, the green one. Purple one. Oh, that's blue. Purple one. Blue one. And let's see. You know, I might give two. I might do two on the end. Just because. I take it back. Alright. So now that I got the seed bead of each color on this end, I am going to take the bead and put them on there. We've got our gathering bead. And I'm not really worried about this being super tight or anything. I actually need to move it down because this is not going to give me enough for all my stuff on the end. So I kind of got to adjust for that without losing everything. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to do some crimping. So I'm going to get a 2.5. See if that'll fit on there. 2.5. And I'm going to put it through all of these guys here. Okay. So hopefully that will work out. Should. And then, is it going to go through there, or am I going to have to use a jump? It's looking like a tight fit, so I'm going to use a jump ring. I'm going to maybe look for either a solder jump ring or a heavier duty jump ring, but nothing too crazy. Because this jump ring is also either going to have to go through this loop on this little leaf, or we're going to have to add another. And quite honestly, I think we might end up adding another one because that one is pretty thin, and I feel like if I put a thinner jump ring in there, like say this oval, I don't know that I want to connect onto it. Not that I couldn't, I just don't know how I feel about it. Let me try it. First of all, let's see if it'll fit in there, which it does. Alright, I'm just going to add it. Perfect. See, now you could, I think I am going to add the additional jump ring, because not only are these jump rings going to work as a hinge, you know, and probably on this one too, when you're going through, right? So, okay, I'm cool with that. I'm going to, I want to use a smaller one. something that can fit through this opening, because on the other side it's going to need to fit through there. Alrighty, so let me just close this bad boy up. Whoa, danger. A little bleeding. This is a locking jump ring. So it's really super crazy. Alright, let's go through there. And now, here's the test. Let's get all these back through this crimp. He's through there. I just gotta wiggle this up a little bit. 3. Okay, now I'm gonna want to even out all this business here, because I don't want some loops sticking out further than others, etc., etc. So for the time being, I'm going to make this really tight around the link of the jump ring, so that I can then, take how I tighten them all up, so I can then pull it out where I want it. Doesn't really have to be too far. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and crimp it. Now, the likelihood of something being crisscrossed in there is high. It's highly likely. But we're doing what we can with this crimp. Don't feel like that crimped as tightly as I would like. Okay, and then this way. Perfect. So now, since I'm in this situation where I cannot get all the strands back through the bead, here's what we're going to do. We're going to trim them off really closely to the crimp, and we're going to cover this up with a bead cover. So you're going to get in there, you're going to make sure you're cutting the correct wires, kind of like, you know, as though it was a real serious situation. Get in there, cut those off really short. You can see they're really short. There we go. Then, you know, this is going to be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a larger bead cover to cover up all that mess. Do I want to go with this large guy? Or do I want to go with a smaller one? This one is a 10. It's pretty large. This one is a 6. I think the 6 is fine. We're going to go with the 6. Now I'm going to want to get this in place before I just start messing around with everything else. Oop. Let's see, maybe he's not going to want to go on there. We might have to go with the larger one. This one will fit, but it's not covering everything I want it to cover. So okay. And we're talking. Okay, there's my large crimp. I'm going to push this up. Now, when I drop all this to the other side, push it up there. You can see none of that stuff. Now, I'm sure you're thinking what I was thinking. When I was about to put this on there, I thought, oh, well, this. I will just add another jump ring here on the other side, and we'll be good to go. So now I'm going to attach this. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to open this one because this one is a locking jump ring. Okay. Let's go. Look at us go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like how it's looking really nice. This part, you can see the wires, but that is a hazard, I guess, of the job. Here we go. My camera just got blurry all of a sudden. Why? Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So, this should be a lot easier. Like, once I get things figured out, it's easier for me to kind of manage. So now I need a blue seed bead, a purple seed bead. I know I said these were purple, and then once I got them out of they looked purple in the jar. Now they kind of look pink, but it is what it's purple. And then green on this one. Green, green, green. Okay. Now, we bring those down. We're going to get our green stone. Bring him on in. And now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pull all these tight for the time being to get all that slack. See, putting those seed beads on really helped to cover up the wire there. But we also don't want it to be too super tight. So we want it to be tight so that it's, you know, able to still move, but we want it to be not showing too much wire up there. So I think we're in pretty good standing. This one, this one, there it is. Okay. All right, now crimping. 2.5 millimeter crimp. .5mm crimp. This crimp's looking a little thicker than the other one I had. I need as much space as I can muster, so I'm gonna just kind of look for one that's a little bit better shape. Alright, there we go. Let's try this one. So all the wires go through there. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, and then onto a jump ring. And I didn't get two of them out, so I got another one. Of the same size. close this up. Whew, gotta check the time. I gotta be on the members only live in 20 minutes. Okay, now we go back through the crimp. Everybody goes back through the crimp. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. Oop. 3. There we go. Get everybody straightened out here. Okay, now this we gotta pull. We gotta pull this down, and we gotta wiggle, wiggle, wiggle it into place because we gotta get within 4 millimeters of this bead. I know you're like, Randy, that's a very specific measurement. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Because that's how large our crimp is, the large crimp. See, so this is going to go over the top, and we want it to be not showing wire in between. So we gotta get this crimp guy down there. And then we're getting it. It just takes a little bit of maneuvering. And still making sure everybody's sharp here. There we go. Alright, so now we are ready. I would say that we are ready. We are ready to crimp. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crimp. I'm going to give a little extra oomph on that 2.5. That 2.5 millimeter crimp. Okay. The crimp looks good. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to snip everything pretty close to that crimp. And we're going to come in with our crimp cover. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. Now, the only thing left to do is put on the toggle. So like I said before, I'm going to maybe put on 2 jump rings up here. So let me get my ovals out and see what we're working with here. We might need to put on 2 in order to clear through there, but we shall see. I do love an oval when using a toggle because it works as a hinge. It gives you a little more leeway, a little more length to get through there, but we'll see. Because see, this bead, this stopper, or this is going to stop it. So let's see where we're at. So we get everything figured out, and we say, okay, we want to go through here. Come up through the bottom, down. Is that enough? Let's try it on. Let's try it this way. Is that enough to maneuver one-handed? Oh yeah, plenty of space. All right. I'm digging it, and you know, I think it's a 7. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think it's a 7. It feels like a 7. I'm always wishing for a 7. I always do all this measuring and carrying on, and I'm always generally not right. Let's see what we got. Especially on a multi-strand. Here we go. Oh. 7.5. Pretty close out of 10. 7.5. But I do love it. I mean, on an up note, it's not like a 7.5 is a problem. There's lots of people out there with a 7.5 wrist, even larger or smaller. So, I mean, you gotta make it, you know, so you can have a bunch of different options for people. But of course, I know that this all came in this ending portion here, right? Like I did not, once I had everything beaded up, I did not account for this, what looks to be about 1.5 inches worth of blah, 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 blah over here, right? But I don't care about it. It's cute. It's so cute, you guys. I love it. I think it's really cute. I know these like beads on the end are kind of like, holy Hannah, like that's kind of a lot of stuff. But it looks nice. Instead of having 3, like seeing this whole like 3 crimp blah de blah over here. I do enjoy that. I have to say, it makes it look a lot nicer than it maybe would be otherwise. But also, it just makes it look a little bit more finished, I feel. So there you go. That's what we got going on. I love those. I love those. I love those. And everything seems to be moving well. So that's good. We used our little toggle clasp. So there we be. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. Let me show you the design versus therealdeal.com. There it is. Here's the design. Here's the real deal. Obviously, I think it turned out spectacularly. We didn't account for this situation in this design, but whatever. This is like a outline, so I think it turned out really good. I am happy with the colors. I think the contrasting spacers was a great idea and would work in lots of projects, not just this one. So there you go. Alright, you guys, I hope y'all have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. I have to go read books. I'll talk to you later. Bye.